はいどうも皆さんこんにちはこんばんは。KD ゲームズのクリボです。ということで NBA2K マイキャリアやっていきたいと思います。さあ今日はウルブスまあとりあえず勝っていきますか。とりあえずそろそろね違うポジションも作りたいんだけどね。やばい入んねえ入んねえ今日まずい。いやそこにジミーのバトラーさんがいるからという言い訳をしてみる。いやマジで入んねえな。マジで入らん
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Dallas Mavericks. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jimmy Butler.
似合わないね。それにしてもバトラーバトラーさんマジで似合わねえわ。マービックスよ。
I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. The star backcourt, Doncic and Irving are the guard set. MP out there with Jimmy Butler, and it's Lively in at the 5. And for the Timberwolves, front court spots filled by McDaniels and Towns. Conley and Edwards are the guards. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. One thing to keep in mind is a storyline tonight. MP, as you may know, wants to win Defensive Player of the Year. And to do that, you've got to show up every single night in this league.
Yeah, MP has certainly made his mark on D. The biggest thing I've noticed, the effort he puts in. He doesn't lose focus, plays hard. He's always played under control. That's a kind of cool confidence that can really rattle shooters.
And with the trade deadline behind us, GA, that is a busy time for front offices.
Yeah, for every trade that takes place, hundreds more are proposed. I don't envy the GM's long hours behind the scenes.
MP outside. Takes the 3, bangs home the trifecta.
Well, the ability to spread the floor is such a valuable skill in the league. And MP, yes, sir.
Outside, Edwards. Towns kicks to Edwards. Timberwolves passing it around. A 3-ball. And Towns the bucket on the assist from Edwards.
Well, Cat answers with his own 3, and he says, I told you I'm the best shooting big man in history.
MP against Towns. Here's Butler.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Now here's Edwards. He had 25 points last game. Rocket 6. Irving against McDaniel.
Just stellar defense from Derek Lively. Uses that length to send it back.
Here's Butler, and he drives in. Gobert with the block, and he recovers it. And that one's good by Butler. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Conley, the pass to Edwards. Here's Gobert. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. McDaniels against Butler. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And it's Towns missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
However you feel about Kyrie Irving, you cannot deny, Doris, he is an elite player still.
Kevin, there are many who consider Kyrie Irving to be the greatest finishing guard in the history of the game. I mean, left hand, right hand, a little bit of English and polish, big shot maker. And what I love for Kyrie Irving right now is and happy. Now, Towns has said he believes he's the greatest shooting big ever. That's how confident he is.
MP outside. In the corner.
ミスターバトッチャン失格でした。
Butler deciding where to go with it. Towns against MP. And slam dunk by Butler.
Watch your head, Jimmy Butler in the house.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for Minnesota. Trailing by 2. Outside, Towns. It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Irving. Towns, a screen on Doncic. Conley with the 3. MP grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Now, here's MP.
The
missing Karl Anthony Towns. Now, McDaniels. Scoreless thus far. Conley with it. Gobert with a screen for Conley. Down low. And finished off by Gobert.
But terrific movement from the big man. Rudy Gobert starting to master the screen and roll.
A 3 from MP. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves trail. For 3, Edwards. The Mavericks pull it in. MP's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the dunk by MP.
Oh, man, I love to see that. MP elevating.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Doris with Nowitzki and Doncic. The Mavericks have gone from one great European player to another.
And you could tell the 1 year that Luka got to play with Dirk, Kevin, he absolutely loved it. He got to learn from a Hall of Famer and a champion. What better way to start your career?
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Prince comes in for McDaniel. Mann's checked in for Edwards. And Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley. Irving misses.
He has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Bounces high off the rim and drops.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And the basket by MP.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Here's Dillingham. He had 15 points last out, and the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just squared up with his feet.
Minnesota making some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Miller comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's Edwards in for Terrence Mann. And Dallas with a change here too. Prosper's checked in. Here's Dillingham. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Drops in the tray.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Reed. No good that time. Good defense by MP. Thompson outside. Back to MP. And here's Hardy. MP deciding where to go with it. Wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there.
Well, that's a perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. The Mavericks on top, ending the first quarter on a 20-7 run. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
0.2 秒はもうブザービーターでいいのか。
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Mavericks?
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor, a lot of the damage coming in transition.
Reed out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Dillingham. Then there's Andre Drummond. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Dallas leading by 11. The three from MP. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And here's Edwards. It's good.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough finish.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And let's now go to Shams Charania. He's standing by with breaking news out of the Eastern Conference. Shams.
Hey, Kevin. The news right now is about the Toronto Raptors in this trade with the Miami Heat. They see the acquisition of Terry Rozier as a key addition to the roster. He can energize an offense with his blend of scoring and playmaking, and I'm told that's what they're going to count on as a veteran who looks to make a quick difference.
Hey, Shams, we appreciate the report. Always some interesting news to find out about the NBA. Now, Edwards, following the three-point attempt by MP. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey guys, MP in the last game against the Clippers delivered quite a performance. He scored 35 points and he reached that total with some superb shooting from deep. Just a fantastic night for him. The kind he wants to have every night, I'm sure. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure
he's going to replicate
tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Prince is checked in. Butler, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dillingham off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins and looking for number 8 tonight.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
Basket counts.
You know, MP starting to look good there from the mid-range.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Poke loose. Pass break, Dallas. Floats it up for MP. Here's Dillingham, defended by Butler. Pass to Drummond. Here is Edwards. Now, here's Reed. They double him with Butler. Reed with it. Butler covering. 6 to shoot.
Boy, you see the great timing of Daniel Gafford on the defensive end.
Gobert, he's checked in for Minnesota. Mike Conley comes in for Taurean Prince. Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Mavericks. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. And the Timberwolves with possession here, following the score by Dallas. Back to Conley. Reed with a screen on Irving. Conley with the three. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's going to be on MP.
Yeah, that's the motor of Naz Reid. Really impressive drawing the contact.
Some worry, Doris, about a log jam up front for the Timberwolves, but it seems to have worked out.
It certainly has, Kevin, and I think part of that is the high skill level of both Karl Anthony Towns and Naz Reid. Both of those guys can play the 4 and the 5 spot. What does that mean? Well, it allows either of them to line up next to Rudy Gobert, provide spacing with their shooting, and stay big. That's a huge advantage. So much of that was the timing, Butler finishing, as you might expect from this guy.
Here's Conley. 13 points. Just to Gobert. And here's Towns, defended by Butler. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Dillingham's checked in for Minnesota. Conley against Doncic. And Gobert kicks to Conley. Timberwolves passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, at the time Kyrie joined Dallas, there were some questions around how he and Doncic would fit together.
Yeah, well, Dallas needed another ball handler who could score and make plays for others. Doncic couldn't do it all by himself, especially in the postseason. Now they're trying to build around those two guys.
Now Dillingham, following the three-point attempt by MP.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Offensive rebound. The kick outside to Butler. No good with the triple. Timberwolves trail by 17. McDaniels finds Towns. 1:15 left to play here in the half. Over in the corner, McDaniels to the right side. Out to Conley. Back to Towns. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
The creativity, the athleticism. That's a combination for his size. Go to work, Cat.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Got that bucket in no time at all. Doncic has got 5 points so far.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Dillingham. Another miss by Towns. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's MP for 3. No good. He's made 9 of 15, shooting an even 60%. Pass to Dillingham. Lets the 3 fly. Drills the three-pointer. He has 5. 6 seconds left in the first half. The 3 from MP. The shot good on the assist by Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 18. MP has been leading the charge for the Mavericks. Another excellent quarter for him, especially from long range. He's buried a total of 7 three-pointers in the game. And we'll be right back after this.
ブロックされてただろうし。まあよしとする。
Hey everybody, first off, let's take a gander at what's been happening on the trading block.
Scary Terry moving to a new team. When you get Rozier, you get speed, you get scoring, and he's one tough cookie.
All right, settling back into our game. Some great stuff in that first half from MP.
We expected MP to put on a show. He's generated more highlights in one half than most players do in a season.
And look, I don't want to brag, but I feel like this guy's a combination of me and you, Shaq. The speed, the power, and my skill.
Shaquille O'Neal Smith.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
On the floor for Dallas, the star backcourt, Doncic and Irving are the guard set. Derek Lively is out there with MP, and it's Butler in at the small forward spot. And here is Conley after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. Edwards looking it over, and there's the ball on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Now here's Conley. Still scoreless. The kick out to Towns. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Doncic, no good.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
But, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
And while we've got him, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough. And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own."
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. MV finds Doncic. A fadeaway.
Look at the basket.
Edwards passes to McDaniels. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers. And then on Monday, they'll take on Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And that game against Portland, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team. A little artistry in the painted area converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Here's McDaniels. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Here's Conley. The kick out to Town. Mavericks with the rebound. MP's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. On the wing, MP. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night. Outside, Towns. Connects from 3-point range. Towns has got
中やられていいんだったら今のは中に移動するべきではなかったな。ちょっと早かったリリース。
MP no good. Timberwolves trail by 18. McDaniels gets to Conley. Towns for three. Another miss by Towns. Dallas has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
Unbelievable release from Kyrie. Boy, shot ready on the catch.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Timberwolves. Pass to Gobert. Towns in the corner. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Towns has got 9 points now in the quarter.
That's his 5th triple of the night. 2 in the first half, 3 in this one. Huge production.
And here's MP for 3. Good on the triple. And the Mavericks lead by 21.
Yeah, in the first half, he was unstoppable from deep. Now, 2 more since the break.
Conley sets a screen for Edwards. Pass to Towns. Releases. Wide open shot is on the money. And that's 19 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Oh, the lob to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, the 7-footer Gobert, the alley-oop finish. My goodness, the stifle tower with the score.
And here's MP for 3. Rudy Gobert.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Anthony Edwards. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. And he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will. Second best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. Timberwolves trail by 17. Dillingham wide open, and he fires. No good on the 3. On the wing, Doncic. Towns with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Conley's shot is off. The Mavericks have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Now here's Conley. Nothing on the board. Pass to Towns. Stolen by Lively. Doncic passes to MP. And here's Thompson. Back to MP. Fires for 3. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And let's give them credit to the shot blocking on display. They set the tone early and have kept the pressure on defensively.
Now, here is Irving. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. Here is Edwards. 6 points for him. Pass to Gobert. Lays it up and makes it in. Gobert's got 6 points.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
The 3 from MP. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Towns gets to Conley. Back to Towns. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you love watching Karl Anthony Towns play, guys, because this is an offensively gifted big man. Can shoot with range. You can put him in the post, let him work back to the basket. He can put the ball on the floor. A lot to love on the offensive end.
MP outside. Butler a screen on Reed. Butler, no good.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
We got some great looks. Great looks. Defensively, we're getting stops too.
The words of Jason Kidd in that huddle moment.
あと1アシストをさせてほしいんですけど
MP's checked in for Washington. Marshall comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Hardy in for Irving. And so it's Dallas with it. They've got Reed. Dillingham is out there with Conley. Then there's Edwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And the wide-open shot from Reed hits it from three-point range.
Yeah, Naz Reid, aware that ball hits my hands, I've got to be ready to rise and fire.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Dallas again missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Conley kicks to Edwards. Well, a trend that we've seen over the past couple years is that the league is getting younger, Doris, than ever before.
And Kevin, that's a product of players starting to train seriously at a young age. And what they're training is their skill level, handling, passing, and shooting. The key here is, do they have a nuanced understanding of the game? There is where the growth has to come, but it is definitely getting younger.
And here is Conley, following the three-pointer by MP. From deep three-point land, that's good from Edwards on the assist from Conley. Conley's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
MP kicks to Marshall. Pass to Thompson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. MP outside. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go with the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Drummond's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, the beauty of someone like Naz Reid, he's proven already in his career, you can bring him off the bench to great effect, or if you need him to be a step-in starter, he's equally capable.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Towns comes in for Andre Drummond, and it's McDaniels in for Dillingham. Now, here's MP.
triple double.
That's just MP reading the defense, going through his progression, and making the right play.
Outside, Towns. From outside, off the mark. Mavericks leading by 22. We've heard some players, Doris, propose that refs should be fined for missed calls, especially with the game in the line. What do you think?
Kevin, I couldn't disagree more. First and foremost, the level of accountability for NBA officials is unprecedented. And keep in mind, there is discipline for high-profile mistakes and mistakes of all kinds. Every single game, every single call is evaluated, and you see their progression in terms of, yes, they'll officiate in the playoffs, or no, they won't. We are right where we are. What a setup by Karl Anthony Towns. Knew his team had to capitalize on that opening.
MP outside. Jacks up a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. MP's got 45 points.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Boy, I have loved this guy's energy all night. There was never a point in which he let up. The triple-double evidence of the kind of effort and skill he has.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Towns. Sharch comes in for McDaniels. Mann's checked in for Edwards. And Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Reed gets the three-pointer to fall.
まあそう焦ることもなく。
MP outside. And got it! Another basket.
And how many times have we seen him fill it up this season? It seems like he's scoring 50 every night.
That gives him the fourth most 50-point games in a single season.
飛ぶんじゃなかった。
What a milestone.
Naz Reid understands how to play physically inside, able to get a shot off despite the foul.
Both good from the line that time. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Well, for the Mavericks, they can just run out the clock. Hardy passes to MP. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
For
Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David.
トリプルダブルも取ったし。
So what time is it? It is time to start talking about MP as the defensive player of the year. Night after night, battle after battle, his team comes out on top, and he is the tip of the spear.
The poison tip.
Poison is right, Russ. Inject just a little bit of MP in the other team's offense, and bam, bam, bam.
System failure, baby.
System failure, whatever that means.
It's a computer thing.
Of course it is, sure. Whatever. The point is, MP is a beast on defense.
Okay, so you both played. You were both, shall we say, defensively oriented. Yeah? What do you see in MP that's so special on that side of the ball?
Are you saying we couldn't shoot?
Yeah, he's saying we couldn't shoot, Russ. And to be fair, I'm not going to take that bait, but you couldn't shoot.
What you mean I couldn't shoot? Shooting was the one thing that I did best. What I couldn't do was play defense. But coming from a guy who averaged, 7 points a game, even when you got decent minutes, I don't want to hear it, Jalen.
8.2 points per game in 2014.
Exactly.
But to answer Toby's question, what's special about MP is his mentality. Right. He isn't just smart or sound. He is a selfless defender. Everything he does is with an eye on the final score, not the box score, mind you. That's a defensive player of the year material, and as a former defensive demon myself, I know a beast when I see one.
Yeah! System failure.
Huh?
System,
Oh, the computer thing, yeah.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood. MP got the job done tonight, as usual.
これもライジングスターかな次。イベントに参加します。ということで次回はライジングスターでございます。ちょっと私新人くんは よくわかりません。まあ僕の1個下も入ってきてるんで、よくわからないんですが、無双していきたいと思います。はい、ということで、本日公演で終わりたいと思います。さよなら。